do this, like that's not functional. And then like
It can be.
I mean, nobody would know unless they saw it
This would
together.
be her going to roll over. Again, that foot coming down.
Oh,
That pelvis is coming forward.
okay.
Right?
So you're just doing a different move.
Well, it would be what she's doing, a different move. Right? Because right here, we're wanting to bring her to the floor. But if she's coming here, she's going to reach for something. She's going to roll over, to look somewhere else. Right? This movement is to bring her.
So like if you went to reach with this hand, right?
Just reach for anything,
With your right hand.
but just reach for anything,
Right.
like reach for this ball.
But see, a child would go here,
Mm-hmm.
right? They wouldn't go reach again and go like that.
Oh, that doesn't feel comfortable.
Right, but that's counterposing with the balance. But a kid with CP would.
That's what, oh.
Because the more they bring their arm out, right, the more less they have balance here.
And so they're trying to balance
Right,
themselves.
and that's
to be
why
able
they
to-
startle. Because for me to do this, so instead of shifting here, I suddenly go like this to bring me back.
So when you're working on a kid with CP, wouldn't that be really uncomfortable for them to integrate balance into their system?
Well, that's why first you have to get that breathing, the pelvis to go, oh. That's why this is so important, to allow it to happen here.
Yeah.
Most people would want to be like,
Wow.
oh, she needs to be standing, she needs to be. No, let's get her successful where she's supposed to from the beginning. Have like a house, a good foundation, and then we can build on it. Again, you're told core, neck muscles, all this sort of stuff for her.
Well, and I feel like as a parent, it seems like the goal is, well, I want to see my kid reach milestones, and so it's, well, they're past the age of crawling, so why don't they walk? Like, they're 7, so why don't they walk?
Right.
Instead of, they've never even rolled over, you know what
Right.
I mean? And so it's like,
So that's why I introduced with the Harvard stuff that it's not been presented anywhere, transitional skills. I don't care
so
that she's
transitioning from rolling to.
say from the back to the belly is a transitioning skill, or transitioning from the womb to out with breathing. So one of her core milestones was compromised due to her system.
Yeah, she
People don't look at,
hardly cry.
but I'm just saying, people don't look at breathing or a swallow as a milestone because it's so minute, right? So now again, go to reach for something,
Just reach for you.
and now if I did something like this, see? Now you didn't fall off, I didn't hurt you, right? But see, now you have now are you intelligent, or do you have an overactive startle reflex?
Well, you just threw off my balance.
Right.
So you
But why would someone look at CP as, oh, we've got to stop that startle reflex? Your
Well,
body's
aren't
saying,
you taking away their safety
that's
mechanism?
why you're doing movement lesson.
Sometimes I don't feel like I have enough hands for her.
See?
Can I do this?
I need your help. Stand still, sing along, and move as well. A, B,
Is it okay that my hand's there?
Yep.
C, H,
Because I want you to start feeling this.
Why are you dancing?
So see, I'm doing the same thing we just did on that purple board. That's what Max. So Max, I just put this thing down, right? I'm so glad I have it on video. And Max is like, jam, 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 jam. And he's like, oh, and I can make a dime disappear. And what? No? Come on, baby. See, I thought though Cupcake could slide on this and start working on the pushing. It just didn't work. That's why I thought it together. But it is a walking. You can actually walk on this thing. Run.
I need your help. I need your help.
It's like right now my hands are at the top of the pelvis, and I'm just thinking of her sit bone and sit bone just like they would be your feet.
Press the letter.
So now see here, did you see that? So there, when she reached out, she went off her butt. So she went this. See?
Want the ABCs? Just the green one.
This, she's going on the left side, so she's got better. But when she used her left hand, her tush went
and
on.
move them slow. A, B, C, D, E,
So now again, she's going here, just like I went in. See how she's on the same tush? Do you see how her tush is back on the left side? Does that make sense now? Just like I was showing you? See? See how she's coming back? Versus this one. So see, the neck shortens, she's back on the tush, so that's exactly what I was just showing Erin. Instead of, so on the right side she goes up, but on the left side she comes back.
Develop or need to hear some music.
But that has nothing to do with core strength, that has to do with balance. So all I'm gonna do now is, as she's putting with left hand,
Oh, you don't think one side is stronger? It doesn't.
it's gonna be stronger as it has more rotation, more strength. That's why when I suddenly work on, or we work on Erin one day, or some other kid, we didn't make them strong in an hour. We just made it more synchronized, more functional, or that you're not using muscles like you on the board. You can stand just fine, but on that thing, your brain was like, what's this? I don't feel secure, so you got weak. Is it your confidence, or was it your muscle? Or is your confidence based off of your muscle tonus? This is what I'm trying to show is, I don't want Julia making decisions off of her ability to recognize her muscle tonus,
That's the letters for
right?
That makes sense.
develop or need to hear some
I don't know
music.
if it's you on the purple thing too, when you have your hands free. I just didn't grab you because, does that, it's right? So it's sort of like when you're dressed up, you feel confident, right? But most people, when they're in their PJs, can't go and do a job interview, right? Because, oh, my hair is not done, you know, we have a persona that we go with confidence. Now, because I do all this work in sweats, I would have been much more comfortable going to Harvard in my sweats. Just because that's where my confidence level is. I'm not saying I can't dress up, but put all that work into that, and who cares? So now I'm in here and I'm just looking for her. There, shit, that's it, see? And now the head can come differently with that left hand. But she feels it, she's recognizing. See?
Can you sing again? Can we sing again? Say,
I need
let's
your
get
help.
it.
That's it,
Sing along
see?
and move them slow. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P,
You see, if you say, are you cute? And she'll say,
yeah. W, X, Y, and Z.
right? Are you cute?
Yay!
That's the letters
Something
for
different?
Again?
develop or need
This
to
one.
hear some music.
The ball can go on the bus, you know.
What you're reaching for?
So now when she comes back, when she's ready, you got it. Oh my goodness, you got it.
Yeah.
Did you get the other one? Good.
Erin, watch your right hand. Michelle's right hand. To the question but earlier.
See, and then roll back it up.
I've been trying to get her to do that forever. Can you get it? So then I feel like she gets stuck like that. So what would I do?
Just see whatever your body's telling you.
My goodness, you did it. Oh,
It's just the phone setting.
got it? Wow. Let me know if I'm...
So see how she's using all of her shoulder muscles to hold that phone up instead of her lower back muscles. So this is where it's really hard as a parent and as a professional to deal with all that movement and give a quote lesson, but this is where it's most significant.
Now you're gonna slide off.
Because see, she's trying to do it all with her shoulders to hold that phone.
Oh. So usually when she does that, I lay her down because she wants, like,
No, she's
that
helping to
make
help with
sense?
the phone. Put your hand over the phone and just give her that extra support.
hey,
Just, there you go. See the difference in her back?
did you get it? Here.
There, see, now her hands are free. She was doing all that to hold that phone.
And you're riding the bus, huh? That's where I don't have good hands. You like this? What? Who is
Dad is
that?
on the bus.
Who is that? Is it Daddy? Say hi, Daddy.
I love singing out that song. It's complete. Let's sing along. A, B, C. I love singing out that
There she goes.
it's complete.
Want in?
So see the difference now? The back and the hand going over the shoulders.
Want to, Daddy?
So see how I'm just balancing right over that, sort of what I was doing with that Skype today with India. But I'm rolling down, and so the iliac crest is just feeling that scoop. Sorry, do I have you
No,
pinched?
no. That was the other leg. Who is that?
Would you like something for your knee?
Who is that? Is it Cindy? It is Cindy. Can you look at some of the pictures? Just, who is that? Who is it?
Thanks for learning.
Is that Julia?
Bye-bye.
And Cindy? And Bonnie? How many? Go with this. Are you taking a bath? You're at Nettie's house, huh? Is it so fun there?
So see now how she's not rounding to do this though.
If there's Daddy.
Did you want to get up so you can sit in the chair next to her?
Oh, it's okay.
Hi.
She will probably push you away, so. That's just a picture of Daddy.
Are you looking for FaceTime?
I don't know, she has it on.
There she goes. Now she's getting on. And notice too her little pig toes are on the wire.
Whoa. Can you get it? Oh, good job.
Again, rounding her through there. But see, she kept a nice straight back.
Yeah,
You
you
did it.
These are numbers. Here's 1. And 2. 6.
I'm being very careful this little bugger doesn't slide off his chair right now, but
7. 8.
never done a lesson. Wrapped around a mom's leg and a chair.
9. And
There, now she can start racking back and
and
forth.
10.
Just working on the count on the other
Count
feet.
again. Say 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Oops, that's 11. 10, 1, 17. 10. Good job. Can you count with your hands? Oh, you want to do it this again? 1, 2. Can you get it? 2. 0. one.
And this is very similar to what happened to you today on the ball. Her diaphragm's really getting quite low now, it's out.
Out is it a good thing or not a good thing?
Yeah. You know how her breathing was up underneath the rib cage?
Mm-hmm.
So, let's see if you can switch out with the other foot, the other one.
Switch out with my other foot.
No, hand. So you can come around your left hand, just coming down here. So to the belly. So what I'm doing here is, see how she's countering that lower abdomen. That's what you do.
Mm-hmm.
So if she goes in and tilts, and then she comes out here, see how the belly actually helps you with that balance,
Mm-hmm.
not your muscles.
Is it?
Okay.
Okay, I got it for you. Well, you got it. I'm just support.
But now her belly can go against the table and give her support, like I was talking about. Instead of, see, rounded back, see now the belly's up against that table, doing what I talk about all the time, that whole tummy time along the couch.
Well, even like her shoulders aren't as like.
Right, but see, but look at her now, see how her belly is supporting
Look at her toes.
her against the, see, like I talk about when I cruise along the couch,
Yeah.
that I mentioned the other day.
You get it?
But see now, look at it, she's, so I didn't suddenly make her stronger.
Start over with that button.
But see, normally you would be doing much more with the back. Since she doesn't have those capabilities, this is where I get creative with like Graham and stuff with the low tone kiddos, where they can use more of their body. Now she's like belly surfing, but she's got all that.
No, are you still
Now I'm gonna
supporting
bring her
the
back.
stomach?
I'm not that I'm supporting the stomach. I want her to. So come in here and now push me away. That.
Mm.
So now.
But I feel like I have to use the back too as well to push it. Well, I guess that's the pelvis, huh? Okay.
Let's see, now look at her hold the phone differently, even though you're supporting it.
Mm-hmm.
So now let go of the phone. See the difference? How she can hold the phone now, whereas before it was all through her, her shoulders.
Wow.
And she's still pressing the buttons. It's not like she can even, Now she's starting to go up a little bit in the shoulder, but not where she was trying to do all that wiggle. See how nice and...
You count?
Now, again, if she was just low-tone floppy, the legs would be hanging,
So one.
right? More like Madison. But if I'm in here and actually doing this, she's actually countering, like on a swing.
3,
Why are her toes going up too?
4, 5,
She'll curl.
6.
Now, look at the difference too, though, of her hands down versus like Berlin's hand down. Berlin's hand down, she gave her spine away.
9.
She's just using this and her head's eyes are up, she's got the contact. So just because someone puts their hand down, you can't just say, that means, oh, you don't see that well. There's different reasons to use, and this is where I'm trying to change to with movement lesson that we don't do anywhere else. I think we can definitely come up with a much better evaluation system. That's not parachute reflexes, you know what I mean? She's stabilizing her system, she's using what she's being intelligent with it, but she's not giving up one system for another. That's the same thing what you see with the stim.
So she does
They give up
this.
one system for the other.
So she'll do this.
Right?
What do I do with that? Like, I'm not
She's-
exactly sure
it's-
where to help
she's-
bring her back down.
She's just transferring an object, and she's learned that, I think she pushes her face
Her
down and it
nose.
comes down. I think that's
Well,
how
even
she's
like when
getting
she's
down.
sitting, she'll do that and like won't face plant, but she'll bring her nose to like her feet and play with her feet. Or,
So now I'm gonna let her lean off of you.
hey. So are you working on the pelvis right there, or?
Everything.
Mm.
I'm working on her knees, crossing midline, how she's going back to her back end of the pelvis. Again, there she goes, she's never really set up. See? But see, she's sitting up through here. Again, the shoulders are coming out versus down into the tush.
Just Scoot
So
you back a
that's
little
what we
bit?
have to work on, and that'll change her sitting. Does that
You
make
want me
sense?
to
Did you
scoot
see it?
back a little bit? Or is she all right?
Can you hold her for a second? Yep. Just explain. So what she's trying to do on this side sitting up is she actually projected here. And she's trying to get up here. So what I quickly did was I pushed her down into her left side so she can come up and over. Because in this position, right, I have to be, like, I can do it, but now, first of all, I've stopped breathing. So that's where she's gonna start suddenly go, and then go back to that breathing that she does, right? And so, but again, on the left side, she doesn't know to push it down and do all of that.
As in she's pushing down through the pelvis, leg.
Right, so when she reaches with the right side, she's doing what I did with you. She's twisting her hip and she's reaching. Now she's watching her balance. Now again, most kids would be doing this, right? But she's doing, so she's shortening her head a little bit. That's that, again, same thing with CP. She's countering here for this, right? So that's as she's reaching here. But on the left side, she went here. So then to pick up the phone, she was up here. Like you said, that's when you lay her down. So what I did was I took the weight of the phone off for a second so you could do that. And then I quickly dropped her down here. And so then all of a sudden she was belly surfing and doing that, which is great. And then she was like, then she was really just, and then with that, she really got into, she moved the bus, doing all of this, like here. Do you feel a difference? She's, so on the left side though, she still is a bit more rounded here. And rounded meaning she doesn't have good articulation of the left hip like she does at the right. So the right, again, she comes here, whereas the left hip, she's doing this. Minor stuff, but it's gonna, see again, you see it? Now she wants the ball. She just can't reach it. Do you want the ball? Yeah. There you go. So see again, you just tilt that and her head came right up. That's that buoyancy stuff, just like in the water. You tilt it, she just rose. See, look at that, the neck.
Press the letter or press K, Della, or D to hear some music.
Once she gets that stability, then she can remove the hand. But this is again where her system's still slower, but she's increasing her speed quite nicely.
Thanks for learning with Leapfrog. Bye-bye.
And see, this is quite natural for her now. Belly comes out and she's a happy duck.
Get this back. Just a horn.
Press the letter or
But
press
this is where I really like working with low tone kiddos. Not that I prefer low tone over high tone, that's not the point. But their systems, I think, are more obvious to what's going on in relationship with nature and gravity, where people aren't as clear with the CP, because the CP just think, oh, it's just overactive muscles. But is it overactive muscles because the brain said, make everything tight? Or is the brain saying, where the heck am I? I feel like someone's hanging me off the edge of the Grand Canyon. So with CP, it's sort of like, come back from the ledge. That's sort of how I approach the body. Whereas low tone, it's like, let's just play with this. You know what I mean?
Do you think you can do more movements when you're low tone than when you're...
Well, it all depends too on the nervous system. I mean, this little girl, she doesn't want to stop. So, you know, she's got that. She's doing her ABC, she's doing all of that. Whereas some low tones, when they're low tones, is because it's more closer to vegetative. So it all depends on where you're looking at the system. I don't know if it's going to work too deep, so it gets smushed in.
Can you dance?
What, now you want the puzzle? See, I feel her vision go out now as she gets more. Do you want the puzzle? Yeah. Can you say
Press the
Claudia?
letter
Can I have the
or press
puzzle,
P,
please?
Stella, or D to hear some music.
The shape one's fine. Look what Claudia has. Wow.
Should we move the bus?
Yeah. You can put the bus to the
bus.
side.
Thanks for learning the music. Bye.
Did you say thank you? Again. What?
Is this yours?
Mm-hmm.
Hi. Hi. You are so beautiful. That's a diamond. 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 Octagon.
How about red?
Or red.
Well, she tried octagon. Blue. Diamond. Octagon. See, let's go with Mommy.
Octagon.
She's looking for you to say something.
Octagon. Octagon.
Now, do you think with watching this now, she's really showing more stamina now in sitting than which she's
Well-
shown?
By now she would have been like,
Right.
oh. Not, when you talked about the curl, like even now her back's not like
No, she's.
it's not
she's-
rounded at
right.
all. Whereas before, even just before when you had her picked up, which you could probably see in the video, like she sits like this. And
And look at how much strength now. Like put your hands in her belly and feel how much strength now she's actually showing on that belly.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So you can see the slide.
So drop the child.
Her control is pretty good too.
Well, because again, she's lowered her belly. Before she was breathing up here, and now it's
Can you
like
put it in?
she's got more of a neck than I do.
Put it in. Can you put another
Although I
one in?
worked on myself a lot last night.
Oh, good. That was really great. I never felt that with her so.
Here, so you get her again, go on both sides. So let her, feel her come into that now. Feel that force?
Mm-hmm.
So see how she's balancing now through that.
Mm-hmm.
But see now how her vision is so nice? See how you can tell where the eyes are going now more? That's how I knew she was looking at the puzzle. Can you feel it? When the eyes come up, look at her, look at Claudia, how much it changes how the pelvis moves.
Mm-hmm.
Now with that, she just rubbed her eyes. With that, now I would take that cue as let's put her where she, before she goes into fatigue, that the back collapses. Let's just, we can move the puzzle, let her lay down and play with that way, or again, where she's